Welcome, and here we go again. Today I'm here to talk a little bit about what's going on in the universe at the moment. We're leading up to Doctor Who Series 11. We're knowing it's going to happen in October at some point, but we're not sure when. I'm thinking exactly 5 months today, really, because I think Saturday the 22nd of October is quite quite a predictable date for them to start with, so I think that will be the start date. So maybe, just maybe, this time in 5 months today, we will be getting the first episode with Jodie Whittaker, and that's very exciting. But if that's not true, then we've probably got less time than that. And today I just wanted to discuss something about Series 11. Now, I saw someone said there was this page called TARDIS Wikia, and someone spotted a rumours page. So there will perhaps be, there's some possible spoilers. It's very likely that at least some of these stuff that come out here will be untrue, but it's likely that some of it will be very true. So please, if you don't want to know anything about Doctor Who Series 11 and the story details yet until they're announced, then please turn off now. First of all, though, I just wanted to talk about the directors. So we've now got a full list of Series 11 directors. And by the way, I was just about to say that I have got a Too Good Too Bad video planned at the moment, but, you know, I've had some problems releasing it. I've had some problems and some delays in trying to publish the video. There's been some problems with it, so that'll be due out later on this week, probably. If that's sorted out, of course. Anyway, the directors for Series 11 are as follows. Episode 1 shall be directed by Jamie Childs. Episode 2 shall be directed by Mark Tonderai, and so shall Episode 3. Episode 4 shall be directed by Sally Apronadium or something. Episode 5 shall be directed by Jennifer Perrott. Episode 6 shall be directed by Sally again. Episode 7 shall be directed by Jamie Childs. Episode 8 shall be directed by Jennifer Perrott. Episode 9 shall be directed by Jamie Childs, and then Episode 10 as well. So a few things to note about that Series 11 directors list. 2 of them are men, 2 of them are women, which is quite good. Jamie Childs is directing 2 blocks of the series, the first block and the last block. This is not a confirmed list totally, but it's likely that this is true. So I think all of it's confirmed apart from Jamie Childs. It's not confirmed that he's directing the last block. It's just very likely. So if he is, he's directing the finale. The finale could perhaps be a 2-part finale, or maybe episode 10 could be that Christmas special, if there is a Christmas special, of course. And the main thing is that they're all new directors as well. None of them have directed for the show before. And we're waiting now for the Series 11 writers to be announced. Obviously, we know that Chris Chibnall will be scripting some episodes of the series, but we haven't got any other confirmation about any other writers for Series 11. It's likely that they'll all be new again, but I don't know. And that's why I think these story details that have come out aren't true, because there's a lot of returning villains. You see, the thing is with Doctor Who Series 11, I don't think they're going to put a load of returning villains in there. I know they confirmed that the Cybermen will not be making an appearance in the series, but I just can't see them wedging in a load of old villains. I know they have that rumoured contract that they're meant to put the Daleks in there every year. That seems likely, so it's likely the Daleks are going to be in it somewhere, but I can't see them putting shed loads of old villains in there. Also, I can't see them doing loads of pure historical stories like they did in the William Hartnell era. I just don't think that would work with a modern audience, and I think people especially younger audiences. I think older audiences might like it, but it won't work with younger audiences, I don't think. So let's run down these story details. So episode 1, there's not really any details we don't know so far. It's just telling you all about Jodie Whittaker and her debut, and perhaps meeting Graham and his wife Mary, and there's a threat that's unknown, which will be a new threat, and that's very likely there will be a new and not returning villain. Episode 2 shall be the Rosa Parks episode, and Rosa Parks is the figure who refused to stand up on the bus for the white man. So we get to learn more about that. And what interests me is it says there's no villain. I can't see them doing that. I would think there'd be at least a villain in it. I don't think it would work second one in, so I don't think that one's true. I think it's true that it's a Rosa Parks episode, but other than that. Episode 3 is meant to be a Sontaran episode. I told you there'd be spoilers. The Sontarans are meant to return, and they're meant to be pure Sontarans. I think they're meant to be slightly more like the original Sontarans, and they're not going to be like Strax. They're actually going to be proper Sontarans. Although they will be forced to help the Doctor save Earth against an unknown alien threat. So that one could be likely because there were some filming pics released the other day, and it seemed as if it looked like Sontarans. It was either Sontarans or Zygons. More likely it's Sontarans. So maybe the Sontarans will return. Episode 4 is meant to be a witch episode, a witch hunt episode. Episode 6 is episode 5 even is meant to be a parallel Earth episode, and it's meant to be with Anton Lesser, and he's going to be playing the King of England. Episode 6, here's the one that I think is least likely to happen. The Yeti are apparently meant to return, and how great it would be if the Yeti were to return in Series 11. And Ace, played by Sophie Aldred, is rumoured to return as well. And again, that's never going to happen, is it, in Series 11? However cool that would be, I don't think they should do that for Series 11, because they're trying to do a fresh start for the show. And I think it would be a bad idea, even though it would be really great to see. Now this one's the one I would be most excited by. Apparently the Sea Devils are rumoured to be returning to the series and will be flooding the Earth, apparently. Now, this one is again quite unlikely, but the Sea Devils are perhaps the villain I'd most like to see redesigned and brought back to the series for New Who, because I think they're the ones that haven't really been... They're the ones that have the most potential that haven't been shown yet. Episode 8's meant to be the King James I one, and it's meant to be set during the Gunpowder Plot, with Guy Fawkes being in it, and James I played by Alan Cumming. Then episode 9 and 10 are meant to be a 2-part finale, which would make sense due to the Jamie Childs thing, but apparently they're meant to feature the Daleks and Davros, and it's meant to be set in Victorian England. So it'd be quite interesting to see some of these stories, I think, and how they'd be done. But I think the vast majority of them are unlikely. The first 2 are likely to happen. The Sontaran one maybe could happen. 2-part finale, they'd probably be trying to go for something really big, so maybe bring back the Daleks and Davros. And the Alan Cumming one's likely. Maybe the witch one, but I think the other ones are just so unlikely that they're not going to happen. So, you know, it's a shame because there's some quite good stories, but I didn't think they'd work out in Series 11. There would be quite a good mix, though, of returning and new villains, but I think it should be most, if not all, new villains to the show. As many new villains as they can, as many new things as they can. So, if that becomes true, I'm going to be very shocked, but, you know, there's the brief rundown of the rumoured story ideas for Series 11. And I did warn you for spoilers, so if you've just watched this video and thought, oh my god, you've just spoiled everything for me, Mr. Lewis Moon, it's your fault, really, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for listening today. I will be back next time, probably for another Rank the Series on Jon Pertwee, and a Too Good Too Bad on the MCU as well. I've got scheduled in somewhere. I've recorded it, but haven't released it yet. Anyway, I will see you next time, same space. Goodbye!